Hey everybody, I've got Brenda from Paranormal Gurlz for her second round. I'm excited to have you back on and hear what you guys have been up to.
It's good. I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much for the invite.
Yeah, of course, anytime. I love having repeat guests so I can keep up on what you guys are
Yeah.
doing over there.
At the moment, we're done for the year, um, which kind of sucks, but we are getting a lot of stupid snow right now. So it makes for trying to even plan anything. Plus, with Christmas, just super hard to do for this month.
Yeah, I'm not picking up again until February, so I completely understand that.
Yeah. It'll probably be at least February. I don't know. There are some heated locations close by. It just depends on how the weather is.
Yeah, I don't like to travel when there's snow on the ground.
I don't mind as long as it's just, like the roads are clear. Then
Oh
I don't
yeah,
mind so much. But yeah, when it's not fun.
no, yeah, absolutely. So you guys have gone to some pretty cool places since the last time we talked.
We have, geez, where all have we gone? What was the last place I talked to you about? Do you remember?
I don't even remember, but I know that you guys have gone to the brothel, the Aurora brothel. So that's
The
kind of
Aurora
neat.
brothel. That actually is a pretty awesome place to go. Um, like it was active from the get-go, like when Myra was doing the tour for us. There was stuff happening at that point, and it wasn't even dark yet. And she's like, well, when it gets dark, this building kind of takes on a new personality. She totally was not wrong with that point either. It really is a good place to go, and it's one of the more inexpensive places to go. So totally worth it. Even though she's getting a lot of gruff for raising her prices, she's still very, very much affordable um,
Oh, yeah.
compared to some locations. So Myra is good people. She's really awesome. She does love her ghosts. They do protect her a lot. Um, so it's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
So we heard a my brother and I was setting up a camera upstairs, and we walked over down kind of like towards the end of the big open room up there, and all of a sudden we heard a girl scream like she was startled. We looked outside, what we could, because there was a bar a couple doors down, so we're looking outside trying to debunk everything. Couldn't debunk it. It was so loud. He actually caught it on his recorder. And he goes, well, I think I'm just gonna chalk it up as, like not really being anything because, we can't rule out that it might have been somebody outside. Mind you, it was pouring down rain during that time, and there was nobody on the street. So we were in the little base camp area, and he's like, I think I'm just going to chalk it up as we don't know, like kind of maybe throw it out or whatever. And all of a sudden, I heard a woman scream again. And it was like in a distance. We went out, we looked out all the doors. There was no women out there at all. And Misty and I were the only two ladies in there. And it wasn't neither one of us. And he goes, okay, maybe I won't chalk that up as not evidence. So it was pretty cool. I posted a little clip of a session where you hear a woman talk, then you hear me talk, and you hear Misty talk, and you can definitely tell it's neither one of us. I tried to recreate it in another video in the comments. You can definitely tell the voice was not me, even in my best Southern accent drawl thing that I could do. It wasn't me, but it was talking about my brother went into the attic area and it was talking about he's over there in the depths of hell or something along those lines. And I can definitely say that it also was not Myra. I even put that on the thing because there are some locations that are like, oh, the owners are invading and, drumming up stuff. So whatever. I just wanted to put the point out there that it was not her, because if it would have been her and it would have been over a camera, we all would have heard it, or Misty and I would have heard it as loud as it was, and we didn't hear anything. We would have made reference to it. So
Right.
whenever we hear anything out of the ordinary, whether it's a popping sound or walking or anything like that, we always call it out. So it's always on our videos, and we did not call it out because we didn't hear it at that time. So it's a very active location. First time I was ever told on the I use a spirit talker app. First time ever being told on there that I'm bored of haunting you,
Oh,
and just continually dinged the dead bell like every 5 seconds until I shut it off. Like that was the first time ever. It was interesting. It was very um there was something in every area of the building we went to. There was something, whether it was footsteps coming up the stairs, like loud stomping, um, walking down the hallway, hearing voices or whistle. We got whistled at a couple of times in base camp with the lights on, like trying to get our attention. It was
that's
like one of
cool.
those whistles. Um, like I said, walking, talking, movement, vibrations happening. Can't explain the vibrations. Don't know if it was trying to align with somebody's energy or whatever, but there was vibrations happening. Like it, it was insane. Like it was just an insane time. And so whenever anybody goes, "Hey man, what do you guys think about Aurora?" And I'm like, "Go." And there was somebody that posted, what's your advice of going to the Aurora brothel? I'm like, just sit and listen. Like, you really don't have to rent any equipment. Just sit and listen, because you will pick up on things that will happen. And you're just like, was that for real? Like, was that a thud? Was that walking? Like, we heard lots of walking, and caught shadows. I'm still looking for the evidence of catching the shadows on camera, but we were seeing a lot of shadows, shadow movement, and stuff like that. So, highly active place. I would highly recommend it for anybody to go to, for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to make the drive. I mean, I was
Yeah,
going to anyway eventually, but now I really think I have to since I heard from firsthand experience how
yeah,
active.
yeah. It is cool, and like, there's people that have been there. They're like they didn't catch much. I think a lot of it, even true for any location, a lot of it actually depends um, on the people. Like, we're super laid back. We all have good energy. We go in with good intentions. We're not provokers. We're not in there to be mean or, anything like that. And pretty much no matter what location we go to, we tend to get a lot of interaction. There has been a couple of locations where it hasn't been as active. Um, but for the most part, any location we go to, and a lot of times may not even be during the time we're doing it, it's in evidence review, but you catch the EVPs, or you catch, different things going on. So even though I could say, yeah, there's a couple of locations that didn't seem to be as fruitful as what other people have, you don't ever still count them out, because they never come out on cue anyway. Like, sometimes it might take 2 or 3 trips back to that location to be able to experience what somebody did on their first. I'm just glad when we were there, maybe because there was only 3 of us, that they were like, "Oh, let's just check this out and see how much we can, do to, like give these guys a show. So,
Awesome. Well, I'm glad
yeah.
it was super active for you guys. And that is a very good point, though, that, sometimes it does take multiple trips to get that big evidence that you're looking for.
Yep,
So,
that was in October. September. Where did we go in September? Oh, I think we went to Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri in September. That one wasn't quite as active, and there was a team in there the weekend after us that got the holy bejeebers scared out of them. So again, sometimes they don't come out on cue. Some places may not be as fruitful or as exciting. It's not going to say I won't go back to the castle because one, it is absolutely beautiful, and two, I want to go back again because I want to be able to experience some of the stuff that other people have experienced.
right.
So yeah, yeah. So that was September. August. Let's see, July we did Ashmore Estates. Did a
Oh,
stop
okay.
into did a stop into Billy Creek and the Indiana State Sanatorium. Those are bucket list items for sure. Where did we go in August? I'll have to think about that one for a minute because I know we were making one stop a month. And that's kind of what we have set up for 2026. One stop a month. If we can get in a couple more, then, that'll be awesome too. But let's see, August. Oh, July, I also did Fairfield Infirmary. My husband had went out there for a business trip meeting and I tagged along. So I did Fairfield Infirmary out there. Um, and then, yeah, Ashmore Estates. We toured Billy Creek in Indiana State. August. Where did we go in August? Oh, I think we did the depot in Council Bluffs in August.
Okay.
Um, we spent most of the night out in rail cars. Um, that was shadow figures, and we actually caught a lot of EVPs out of that we didn't think we caught at the time. Then September was Pythian, October was Aurora, and November was the Garnet House. And yeah, so to end the year, so to speak, on the Garnet House was very much a different vibe for me. Haven't had
Oh,
a vibe, hadn't had a vibe like that since Malvern Manor, which was way back in May. Um, and I shared a little snippet. I've shared a couple little snippets because um, it's very, it's very surreal and very real when you go to that location. Like when people say they went running out of there because stuff that has happened or whatever, they're making legit claims. Like you
oh,
can believe every single one of them. Like that Raggedy Ann and Andy doll were behind me. I'm 2 feet in front of that mantle. Nobody's touching anything, right? I have my back to the mantle. Justin, the owner, is to my left, and Kathy and Tanya are in front of me. So there's nobody there. And I turned and looked at Justin and I said, "Tell me about the grinner." And all of a sudden, the floor vibrated under all of us, all four of us. And it vibrated so much that you literally would have thought like something kicked on that would vibrate, that would like vibrate the floors. I mean, it was loud and it was a lot. Like we all shook. And I was like, what was that? Because I was thinking, like furnace trying to kick on, even though there was no heat, but like logically speaking, like
yeah.
you try to figure out. And there he goes, oh, he goes, it was the doll. And I turn around and this Raggedy Ann is at my feet, right?
Oh my gosh.
I was like, and honest to God, I was like, nope, nope, and nope. And I walked out of the room. My brother goes, go back in there. And I said, I'm not ready to go back in there yet. He goes, face your fear. And I'm like, I'm going to go back in, but I have to gather myself for a minute. Like,
Mhm.
because that was a lot. And
Yeah.
this doll weighs like 5 pounds. She's like, a big doll, but
Oh,
literally
wow.
only weighs like 5 pounds. We, after Justin left, we did some debunking. We took the doll, we just plopped it on we apologized to the doll beforehand, but we just kind of like knocked it off on the floor, little vibration, not much. Picked it up again, apologized to the doll because not a fan of Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls anyway. But they threw this doll down with force and it vibrated the floor the same way it did. So it was thrown with force. Put the doll back up there. The doll did not move the rest of the night, not 1 inch. Didn't
Oh,
fall,
wow.
didn't move, nothing at all, at all. Tanya and Tim, that's my brother, they were upstairs and they were putting up cameras. And Tanya walked in this room, and there was an old metal thermometer that you hang on the wall, hanging on the wall. As she was getting ready to go through the doorway, it flew off the wall past her and hit the floor.
Holy cow.
She jumped and she screamed. It scared her. Like,
Mhm.
you're not expecting that stuff, right? So I go upstairs. I'm like, what is going on? And she's like, that thermometer just flew off the wall. We have video evidence where it was on the wall prior to that happening. And she had picked it up and put it back on the wall. The rest of the night didn't move. It didn't fly off, nothing, didn't move. Okay. We were just like, yeah. So we saw lots of shadows. We were headed upstairs to do an Estes method in the torture bathroom. As we start to go up the stairs, I see a light fluctuation. I get asked, you saw that, right? And I said, yes. And at that point, it dawned on me it was a shadow. And the shadow was as tall as the doorway.
Oh my God.
It was tall. I'm like, and we're at the bottom of the stairs. And I'm like, okay, like this is insane. Insane. Never have I ever had something come in and invade my thoughts and actually talk to me in any
Oh,
location. Never. Never. And I'm legitimately shaking. This is the first outside of the group, my team, this is the first, and like speaking with my husband, of course, but this is the first time speaking about our experiences at Garnett. Like it
okay.
it rattled me a lot. And so I had told people in my post, like, I'm just not ready to share about it yet because it's a lot. It's a lot. And um, so we were doing a session, um, trying to talk to the grinner, not in his room, but we were outside that room trying to see if we could get him to interact or whatever. And all of a sudden, in my mind, all I heard was, you need to come in here. I want you to come in here. You need to come in here. You need to come in by yourself. Are you coming? You need to come in here. And again, I've never experienced that on a location. Never, never. But I need you to come in here. So I responded back and I said, what's going to happen if I come in there? And during this time, everybody else is talking and doing their own thing. And I was told, I'm going to slam the doors and nobody's going to be able to get to you. I
Holy
was like,
shit.
absolutely not. That's not happening. And I'm talking back to this thing. Absolutely not. That is not happening. Not today. Like, I am legitimately not going to put myself in that situation, knowing what I know about that entity that was speaking with me. Like, not gonna do it. Does that make me a scaredy cat? Maybe.
No.
But I'm also like, my brother would have tore down doors to get to me, and so would the team. Like, nothing like that. But I'm just like, I no, I'm not gonna put myself in that situation.
Right.
We're outside, and there's a basement cellar door, one of those old ones that you pull up. And Tanya goes, "There's something peeking right out of the door at us, like trying to get my attention." I'm like, "Okay." So we go back in. She goes, "We need to go to the basement." And two of us stayed upstairs and the other two went downstairs. Well, I stayed upstairs. And in the room we were in, there's four different doorways.
Oh, wow.
I had cat balls set up in three of the doorways, a musical coffin in another doorway, two dead bells, K2 meter. Like, we were like fully surrounded by, if something was going to happen, we were going to see it regardless where it was coming from. And in the basement, they saw a shadow. They were talking to some boy named Nick, who was a teenager. They think he was probably a slave child, because that house, if you don't know the history on it, it was actually used as a safe house for slaves.
Oh, wow.
Um, that's part of the history on it. Um, and they kept getting referrals of, he is going to get to him, meaning my brother, through the girl with the pink hair. And if you
Oh,
look, I do have some pink in my blonde.
yeah.
The girl with the pink hair. The spirit talker upstairs at the same time said red hair. I'm the only one in my group, the only one. Um, and he's gonna get to him through her.
That's insane.
I'm like, why? Why? I even asked my brother, I'm like, why am I the target? He goes, because he scared you and you walked out of that room and I told you to face your fear and you were like, nope, 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 nope. I'm like, I really had to gather my thoughts about that for a second. Like, I mean, it literally sounded like 20 pounds got thrown on the floor. I mean, it was very loud. And I'm like, okay, so I'm sorry that it startled me where I had to walk out, gain composure before I walked back in. Like, that's something that's
Okay.
never happened to me before. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know why. I that's,
You must have been the most open.
yeah, that, I mean, there was other stuff, but that's the gist of it. Am I going back? Absolutely. We are going to go back. One of our team members didn't get a go. She had had kidney stones, and
Oh,
that was her location she picked. So she was really sad she didn't get a go. But we are going to go back. Like,
that's awesome.
scared me? Yes. Keeping me away? No. I'm going to go back. Like, gotta go back. Like, that's the thing. Like, if they drive you out of the house and you never go back, um, then really, ultimately, they won.
Oh, yeah.
And
You can't let that happen.
I will not allow that to happen. So, like, we're going to go back. And they say, the owner of the Garnett House says that even after you leave, you really have to be careful because sometimes he will invade your thoughts or he will invade your dreams.
Hmm.
That is not even a lie. Not even a lie. Um, he started out with Tanya, and messed with her, I don't know, a week and a half. She finally went into a church to get him bounced because she could not get rid of him. He also dealt with or tried to deal with Misty through dreams, and Misty wasn't even there, but her energy was brought in, like her energy was brought in with us. So
Right.
he was trying to invade her dreams. She bounced him. So then he came after me, and I was like, not happening today. I called on my spirit guides, firm believer of spirit guides. I called on my spirit guides to come help me, bounced him. And so what did he do? He went to Kathy. And she's like, I ain't doing this. So when he couldn't handle any of us, he decided he was going to go after my brother.
Oh my gosh.
Like, he, I don't know. Everybody has their own opinions about him. I'm sure they do. They might tell you, they might watch this and be like, that girl is crazy. She don't even know what she's talking about. Other people are going to be like, oh, we can totally relate. So I guess unless you actually went to that location, experienced anything at all, you can never say that woman's crazy. They don't know what they're talking about or anything like that because you've not experienced it firsthand, if that
Oh,
makes sense. I know you had mentioned, I was reading through your post a little bit ago about, all the derogatory bad comments and stuff out there. And so that's why I stated what I just did. Like, I don't care if anybody thinks that I am crazy. Like, I'm not. I know I'm not. Um, and everybody has their own opinions based on whatever. But if you have not been in a location where you've had mega things happen to you, not that those are mega things, but they're mega things to me because I have interactions, but not to that extent. You don't know. You don't get it. You don't understand it. And so it's very easy to say they don't even know what they're talking about, or I was there and it wasn't very active. Maybe, just maybe, you didn't ask about him, or maybe he didn't see you as a potential target,
yeah.
so, and that's why when I said, when I think it was you that posted the questions, do you think entities know when you're coming?
Yeah, that was me.
They do. They
Oh yeah.
do. My brother and I have done private investigations where we have actually been, um, what do you want to call it? Blocked or messed with on the way to a location to prevent us from going there.
Oh, oh.
That's why I said from experience. Like,
Oh, I believe you. I 100%. I mean, I
they'll,
didn't really put my opinion up there, but I do believe that happens.
yeah, they'll go, they'll give you an instant headache, they'll make you dizzy, like whatever, to try to get you to stop from coming because they know what you're coming to do.
Hmm.
I believe that's true for any location. They know. And I think that also has a possible point factor of how aggressive they might be during your investigation. If they're like, if they're thinking, these guys think they're big and bad and everything and this and that and the other. So, you know what? We're just not going to do anything and we'll just let them sit, that they might do that. Or they might be the meanest and really throw things or, do whatever they can to see how big and bad you truly are. Or if they feel threatened, thinking you're going to come in and bounce them, even though that's not an intention in a location because we're going to gather evidence. But if they think that, they're going to do whatever they can. Um, I've known investigators to get like flat tires or cars break down, stuff like that. Coincidence? Maybe. But even more so, it could be directly aligned with that spirit or those entities because they don't want you at their location for whatever reason. So that's me speaking from experience. I do honestly think that they do know that you're coming, the intelligent ones, and
Right. Yeah.
the ones that are negative even more so because they're like they're already thinking, why are they coming? Like, are they going to try to get me out of this place? Do they know I don't belong here? And I mean, it's just common, simple things that like we think about. And most of the time, a lot of them were people. So they would still have, I think, the same mind processes that we would.
Ooh, I like that theory.
You know what I mean? Because they were
Yeah.
people at one point, just because they became an entity. I mean, we're all spirits of light
Yeah.
taking human form. So I don't, like that just don't make sense. Now, the ones that are more negative or demonic or whatever you want to call them, I have yet to be to a location where I've actually called anything demonic. Um, Negative, absolutely, but nothing to the demonic sense. My brother has. That's a story for a whole nother day, preferably one to have with him. But he has actually dealt with some really demonic stuff, not demonic stuff. So I'm not saying it's not out there, but the levels of all of that, most of the time, they're out to see who they can hurt, see who they can invade, see who they can overtake, self harm, and that kind of stuff. And those are the ones that you really legitimately got to watch out for.
No, no, I agree. I like your theory though. I really do. I would have never, I mean, obviously things cross my mind, but putting it and articulating it into words like they were humans too, like that really, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I mean, so let me ask you this. So, I mean, I've had dreams of places before I even knew what the place looked like. Like Hinsdale was one of them. Um, do you think that, I don't want to call it, good spirits still come and they know that you're coming too and visit you in dreams and things?
I think they do, especially if they know that you are somebody who wants to research and you want to be able to share their story. I think they will. And I think that a lot of times, and it might take them several times trying or several trips to that location for them to build trust with you to get their story out there. But I think a lot of them just want to be able to have their story told, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
just because they feel forgotten. And that isn't always the case for them. Um, but that's what they feel. They're like, oh, I've been forgotten, and like um, that's why people who live in haunted locations and they have a woman come to them night after night after night, or they find little clues laying around the house, like they're trying to get their story across, and so they're trying to leave the clues to help them along. Um, Deja vu dreams are or premonition dreams. Deja vu more of dreaming about a place and then actually showing up and then being like, whoa, like I've been here before. Like, even though you've never been there before, but you feel like you've been there before because of the dreams. Um, I wholeheartedly think that that is a highly good reason for spirits trying to reach out to you. Because it could be someplace that you've never even heard of before or never even known of before. but they feel connected, however connected to you, whether it's through your beacon, because we're all beacons, just some people shut it off, but whether it's through your beacon of light and them knowing that you're really good and that you can help them, or if it's, by way of, well, they go to all these other locations, why not, let's just try her too, and see if she'll come here, type of thing. Yeah, premonition dreams, that is a whole nother ball game, and those are sketchy and scary, and I'm glad I have not had one in a really long time. Not to say that they won't come back, but yeah.
I get those all the time.
Yeah. I I actually asked several years ago, because most of my premonition dreams were about a family member passing away, or something like that. So I was like, I really don't want to know this stuff. So I kind of like pushed and pushed and pushed. So I don't have them as often anymore, which is fine because I don't want to know. I really
Yeah.
don't.
I mean, the context, I can understand why you'd kind of push that away. I can,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I have had I don't know if you call them premonition thoughts or um things like that, where like a couple days before going to a location, I will start um, seeing things like throughout that location, um,
okay.
or feeling like I'm in a certain room and things happening. Not to say that actually happens when I get there, but like I do get those every now and again on a location. So I think it's just because I am trying to um, open up and be more involved with my spirit guides and trying to work more on mediumship. And so I don't know if it's because of that, um, or whatever. Like my family has a lot of mediums in it. So I know that it's already there. I just got to, get it functioning and not be scared of it, you know?
I think
Because
that's the hardest part.
yeah. So, and I think when we went to Garnett, yeah, I think I might have been a little too open during that point, because normally when I go to a location, my ears um, I will start hearing like this hum or buzzing noise. And after doing research, a lot of times that is your spirit guide gatekeeper keeping outside interference away from you. I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know if you've ever done that part of the research, but like when you hear, and it happens like when I'm talking to people, I'll instantly just start hearing, and it's their way of letting you know, like you really need to take what they're saying with a grain of salt, because it may not be in your best interest or whatever the case may be for their reason doing it. So every time I walk into a location, I always hear it. Walked into the Garnet House and it was dead silent. So I think it
oh wow.
was, I literally, like, throughout the whole night, I never heard it. And I think that might have been them going, you want to know? Let's let you test it.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, it was crazy. My ears have rang since then. Especially when he tried to come invade me, they were like, nope, we're blocking it out, like whatever. Um, so to learn more about spirit guides and how they work and everything is really interesting. And I'm trying to learn a lot more of that before I actually get into the mediumship skills more, because I want to be on really good communication levels with them. Um, that way I know that they're not going to steer me wrong. But I think that
Right.
was a location where they were like, let's just see how much you really want to experience. Because even after my thoughts were invaded, I still didn't get the ringing, like no, like nothing. Like I think they were like, if you really want to experience it, you're gonna experience it, and then maybe you'll ask for help again or something. I don't know. I don't know what their thought was behind it, but um, yeah. So that was a very very different. I got sick. Ugh, I got nauseated so bad. I had a headache several times. Like it was a
Oh,
horrible. I'm like, gotta go outside. I will be back because I literally thought I was gonna hurl inside. I was like, this is
oh,
not good. My brother was affected with back pain, like
oh,
severe back pain. He had to bend over and actually sit down on the floor and back up against the cupboard to try to alleviate back pain. Like everybody in there experienced something at some point of the night. Like, even though we're all strong and like there's like really nothing that, like we wouldn't let anything harm any of us or whatever. Like it was
oh,
just
right.
intense. Like, it's just intense. It's a very intense place.
I want to
Man,
go.
you won't be disappointed. We got there a little, like 5 minutes before the owner did, and I actually saw shadows darting on the wraparound front porch, standing outside.
Oh my God.
And this is at, you know, what time was it? 8 o'clock at night or whatever. And I would catch a shadow just darting. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, what is going on? And we hadn't even made it inside yet at that point. So it's definitely not a location that you would be disappointed in at all. Not in the least bit. I would say though, if you're gonna do a Kansas trip, I would try to see if you could do a week or a couple of week vacation type thing, and then see if you could get into like Sleeper Mortuary. That's in Iola. I think that's only like a couple hours from Garnett. Atchison, which is McIntyre Villa, the Sally House, the Dilbert House. Those three are in Atchison. Atchison's super haunted anyway, the whole town. And those are like an hour and a half away from Garnett, but like make your trip worthwhile.
Right.
Going, get in a couple locations, or even if it's like a day tour at the Sally House or whatever, just so you could get it in. McIntyre is on our bucket list. Sleepers on our bucket list. They're all on our bucket list. But I do know McIntyre is super haunted, is very active, very, very active. Sally House is very active. Um, the From what I've read, the Dilgert House, it's a 4 hour investigation time, like 8 to midnight or something like that. But they say some people have said that is actually even more active than the Sally House.
Oh wow.
So, but I mean, something that's within, 3 hours of each other to be able to try to get in, uh, a couple of locations or like three, giving yourself a little bit of rest time in between. Because when you go back to back to back, you're opening yourself up for a lot because you can't close yourself down from one location
Mhm.
before you get to the next. And that paranormal hangover after three locations in a row would be so draining. Like you would probably sleep for like 4 days. Like I'm not even gonna lie. It's crazy. Um So yeah, yeah. But that's what I would do. Like try to figure out areas like that where you can do multiple locations. And
Mhm.
like we're in Iowa, so we're in the Midwest. We would be happy to meet up with you at any of the locations. You got Beatty Mansion in St. Joe. You got the Glore Psychiatric Hospital in St. Joe. You have McPike Mansion in Alton, Illinois, which is down by St. Louis. You got the Belvoir Winery, which is the old Oddfellows house in Kansas City. We have Edinburgh, Matthias House in Dubuque. We have the theater in Strawberry Hill, Independence Hospital, Malvern, Villisca, uh, the Squirrel Cage Jail, the Depot. Those are in Omaha. And I suppose if you're a Sam and Colby fan, you can go to the Farrar school that they now own. I don't I don't like them. I have personal reasons for not liking them. So I do a little shout out every now and again, only because it is a very active place and people like to go there. Not me. I will not, but
That's fair.
I don't I don't promote them. I don't condone them. I don't like them. Um yeah, I might have just did a little spiel on them, but at the end of the day, y'all are gonna like who you like. So if you like them, be my guest. Um, but we have a lot of locations like right here in Iowa too. So
I've
oh, and
noticed the Midwest is like, oh, what's that?
the Oskaloosa Hospital.
Oh,
Yeah, we had a phantom cat join us on that investigation. Rubbed up against our legs. Yeah,
oh, how cool.
it was interesting. And Misty went to take a picture of the light flash. She saw a gray cat. Her camera took the actual picture. There was no cat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a phantom kitty. It was crazy, but it's a fun time though. Um, yeah, so we have a lot of locations around Iowa. So,
Yeah, I'd be more than willing to meet up with you guys. That would be really cool. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
yeah, we are a lot of fun. And like my brother has been included in a lot of our investigations. Little backstory. He's been investigating for 13 years. I had been begging for 13 years to go with him. And he's like, no, you're a chicken. You'll run out, blah, 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 da, 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 da. That went on for like 5 years or whatever. Then he decided to take me on a couple of private investigations. And he's like, she actually does pretty good, da, 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 da. And I'm like, go figure. I'm not a scaredy cat. So then I was like, we really need to go here and investigate. And he's like, yeah, I'll call on it. I'll call on it. Fast forward like 5 years. I got tired of waiting. So I created my own team, which is the Paranormal Gurlz. And then I told my brother, I was like, I have my own team. We're doing locations. We're going on our own. Like, I got tired of waiting on you. So then he was like, well, would you want to go here with me? Like, because your sister does things. She does things. So he wanted to see how good my team was, is basically the ins and outs of it. And we went to a location with him. He's like, you actually have a pretty solid team. I was like, thank you. I said to my team, I said, how did you like investigating with him? Well, we like it. We're learning a lot. So then I started asking him, would you want to go on a location or two with us? Because, you know, you have so much experience, we can learn from you.
Right.
And so he's been tagging along on pretty much every investigation we go to. So we're still the Paranormal Gurlz, but now we're dot 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 and him because he has been inducted into our group but it's kind of nice because of everything that he has been through in his years of investigating. Like I said, he's experienced demonic and he's experienced this and that and the other. So when we go to a new investigation location, it's nice to have somebody that has that extra knowledge of what to do and not to do to help keep you sane in a location. Had it been us four girls taking off to go to the Garnett house on our own and that crap happened, I probably would have been outside for a good 2 hours trying to muster up the courage to go back inside. Do you know what I mean? Not saying
Yeah.
that we can't go into a location on our own as girls because we can, and we're out to prove that we can. But until I mentally feel that I am in that spot, I probably will ask my brother to go because he can be like, no, we need to debunk this. We need to figure this out and keep us on that level playing field um, until we can get it. Now, when you're here or when we go with you, if you would like him to come along, fine. If you don't, fine. You know what I mean? Like it's fine.
The
Um,
more the merrier.
he likes investigating with other teams too because you can learn different stuff from different people. Um, but like I said, like if you just wanted to be an all girl crew, we'd be all girl crew. We don't care. So sometimes I feel bad because like I want to go live. And in order to go live, you have to have lights. And he's the type of person we do all investigating in the dark, hands covering the cameras because that's when you can see stuff. So it makes it hard to go live from complete darkness because you can't see anything. You know what I mean? So I'm good for doing locations without him again, so we can do some. Um, but yeah, he's an adopted team member now, and he loves going. He loves going. I think he loves the point that I actually committed to doing something, and I'm the one I book all the locations. I'm like, hey, this is open. Do you guys want to go? Do you not want to go? It was actually him and I that took off and went to Ashmore Estates because the rest of my team couldn't go. So it was just him and I.
Oh,
And
nice.
then we did a collab with Potter Paranormal, Ghostlight Paranormal, Who's Your Paranormal. We did a collab with all of those. So we met up and did multiple teams. Um, so it's always fun to collab. Always
Oh,
fun. Always fun. You figured that out. And Roger's a hoot.
oh my
Um,
gosh, she's a blast.
and Jerry came with him, right?
Yeah.
It was him and Jerry. Yeah, Jerry's pretty cool. Um, Jerry's definitely one I noticed that will keep plugging away and keep plugging away and keep plugging away like the as the night goes on. Like when we go to a location, a lot of people are like, man, we got to crash. Like, we're tired. We got to go to sleep. And we are the type of people we go until we can't go anymore. So if that ends up being 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and we started at 6, 7 o'clock at night, that's what we do. We go until we can't go anymore. And I feel that's how Jerry is too. He just keeps going and going and going until, absolutely everybody gives out. And then he's like, okay, I'm off to go to bed.
Yeah.
Um, So I like that, but I have nothing against people who need that nap to recharge. But like if I go to sleep, I am not getting back up in a couple hours to go back in and do it again. Like I won't recharge at that point. I'll be like, I'm done. I'm ready to go home. So
Right.
we just go until we can't go no more. Or, until it seems like everything is like getting super quiet and nothing's happening. Then we're to the point where like, okay, we'll just go ahead and call it a night and we'll go back and we'll get sleep. Go back, sleep for 5 hours, get up, drive home, and be like, yeah, like we just did that, that type of thing. But so, hey, what else? Because I've been rambling for 53 minutes.
No, you're fine. You just got me so hyped now to go out to the Midwest, which I am planning to, when it gets a little bit warmer, get out that way. Um, well. I'll kind of be out that way, springtime-ish maybe. But over the summer, I definitely plan on hitting more places because I'll have a little bit more time to get out there and take vacations and stuff like that. So like that is actually the plan. Take a little bit of time and get some places out there because you guys in the Midwest,
Right.
man, you guys have some awesome places.
We do. There's even places in Nebraska. Who knew? But there's places in Nebraska. There's places in Minnesota. Yeah, there's a lot more than you think.
Oh, I
We also
imagine, yeah.
we also have several haunted cemeteries. We have haunted bridges. Like, yeah, like it's crazy. We got some stuff. But unless you really do a deep dive into it, you don't know that they're there because I don't know, I guess because there are states that don't want to be known as having haunted locations in their state, even though it could probably make them money. They just don't want that. Or, like
Yeah.
towns. I know Ghosts Like Paranormal, they're out of Topeka and Topeka, Kansas. And he said, uh, Scott, yeah, Scott says that they've been trying to present to the town of Topeka to open up more places to paranormal investigations because of the revenue it would bring in. But they're like, we don't want that. Like, we don't want that. Like, we don't want that reputation and this and that and the other. So there are towns, states, things like that out there that don't want to do it. And I mean, I get it, to each their own, but my thinking is the if they actually took the time, somebody, people, a team, whatever, did the time and did research to all of these areas, it's a lot more traffic, which revenues, which generates revenue, not revenues, which generates revenue, and people coming and seeing a town that they've never seen, before, whatever. So what if it's because you're haunted? Like,
Right.
the paranormal world is so huge that I don't know. They'd be crazy not to, but I don't run towns. I would love to. I would love to have a ghost town
Oh
and
yeah.
have every single building haunted and people would just come in, like out of Billy Creek. That place is so awesome. But like just have that and yeah, bring me your haunted locations. Bring them. We'll set them up. People on count like, yes, please. Yes, please. I would definitely do that. And
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I would be on the map and like everybody would be like, we got to go to here. We got to go to here. Yes, you do. You need to come here. So, um, I'm sure you're getting ready to wrap it up, but I wanted to say, this month we are starting our new little live videos, trying to figure out, I might actually, I don't know if I want to do Zooms. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I still got to get that figured out, but we're going to come on once a week and talk about our locations that we've been to and our experiences and how we have grown from our very first investigation until now. So each week will be a new location. It may not be very long, but I'm hoping it'll get us through the winter to where we get back into investigating again. So then we'll have new episodes to put out some more. Um, but yeah, so that we are planning on doing. So we're hoping that people will join us for that. Um, I don't know. I have a SteamYard account. I might actually do it on SteamYard. I don't
I've
know.
thought about that myself. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. So I do definitely. I've been wrapping Christmas presents the last couple of days, but I do definitely need to get that underway and get that done because our we're supposed to start this month. But I need to do like StreamYard. Well, it was supposed to start in November and that didn't happen, but I need to do like StreamYard or something because like last weekend we got like 10 inches of snow. We're supposed to get like another 8 inches tomorrow. Um,
Oh gosh.
so even though we relatively live close together, it may not be feasible for us to all get together and then for all of us to try to be on one camera. Like I think SteamYard is the way I'm gonna go. And then that way everybody can plug in from home and we don't have to worry about it and everybody can just watch us go and do our thing. So but anyway,
Yeah, that sounds really neat. That's a really good idea to kind of pass the weeks that you're not going to be investigating. That's a really good idea.
yeah. Well, and go back because let me tell you, our first investigation was McPike Mansion in Alton, Illinois. That was horrible. I mean, it was cool. It was our very first investigation ever as a team, and it was cool. And we had some really cool experiences. But I didn't know that you should have like hump team batteries, and I didn't know that you needed battery chargers, and I didn't know how to work half of my equipment. Like we were all total novices at that point. So my cameras kept dying. I didn't hardly get any footage. Like it, it was, it was bad. I mean, we got a chair knocked off at us though. We had a black shadow rush us. Like it was a cool
Oh,
investigation, but like we just didn't have any evidence to back any of it up because we absolutely had no idea what we were doing. We drove 6 hours down there, investigated for 6 hours, and then drove 6 hours home. Like
oh wow.
that is a lot in one day. Like I would never recommend that ever, ever. I would
Holy
never
cow.
recommend that. But like so to know where we have started to where we're at now it's been an awesome journey and to go back and be able to relive some of those investigations that we went on. I also want to try to put together a few snippets to throw in, like a few little videos of stuff. I have a lot on my plate. This may not even get started until like Christmas. I don't even know because I got to do that. I've been making snippets and uploading them to YouTube, but I don't have enough on there to be promoting YouTube. But I got to figure out how to like upload them into like StreamYard. Like it's a process. Oh my God. Now that I'm thinking about that, it might be January before we get this project started. Oh my God, Tiffany.
You got this. I know you got this.
Well, thankfully enough, in the beginning, we didn't have a lot of footage, so those might be okay. But
Oh
oh
no.
Lord. But I am trying to figure out how to piece together footage and videos and oh Lord, I need somebody that knows how to do this to come give me a tutoring class. It's
I
a
was just
lot,
about to say
man.
I need I need a cameraman. I don't know what the hell I'm doing either.
Yeah, Misty, she's like, I would rather just be the camera and be behind everything. I don't need to be out on the camera. I don't need to be doing no talking. Like, I'll just be the cameraman. And it's like, but you're part of the team. Like, so I make sure I get everybody in the videos or try to get everybody in the videos. But she's like, I'd just rather hold the camera. And she's actually really good at it. So she might get nominated as the camera woman guru all the time. I've one that absolutely refuses to hold a camera. She's like, I don't want a camera. I don't need a camera. Like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So I am getting better at like putting a camera in a stationary location to like get all of us. I'm trying to get better at that. But yeah, it's all a learning curve, man. It is all a learning curve to be able to get everything and every angle and yeah, it's a learning curve. So always learning, always evolving.
absolutely. There's always something new to learn or to get better
Yeah,
at.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Even if it takes until Christmas or January, I'll definitely be hopping on board.
I'll be keeping people posted and updated. We really need to get started on them, but like I said, we don't have a lot of footage from in the beginning, so that might not be too bad and still be able to get started this month. Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway,
Well, thank you so much. It's been
yeah.
a blast talking to you again, and I literally can't wait to meet you. That is literally something I'm going to do. We'll get out there.
It has been awesome chatting with you. Yeah, I wholeheartedly would have trekked out to Wildwood. Wholeheartedly would have trekked out there because I'm like, I don't care if I'm going by myself. Like I would go, um, to be able to meet you, do a new location. But yeah, so
Absolutely. I
you
mean,
come
we would have
in,
loved to have you.
yeah, yeah. Well, and I want to make it a deal though, because like you got the Hensdale house out there and
Oh,
there's some other locations out there. Like I want to make a trip out of it. So yeah, I might be tripping that trip by myself, but I don't
it's
know.
all right. I want to get people to Rolling Hills, Hinsdale. I'll always go back to, and I would love to do Wildwood again. So I'll keep you updated with that too, if you're ever
Awesome.
willing to make the truck out here.
Absolutely. We're trying to figure out different locations that have multiple so we can like take a 2 week span and go out and do a few locations, but not be overly tired. Like I was talking about, like if you come here, make it,
Mhm.
like if it's only a week, do like maybe two locations, so you're not overwhelming yourself and you're being able to get some rest and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, if you can come back and spend a month,
Oh,
that would be great. We got extra room here.
I wish.
I mean, you could stay with us and like we have a full basement, so you could live in your own little area down here if you wanted. Like you could have your own space.
Mm. Well, I
Um,
appreciate that. I will keep that in mind if I ever
yeah,
have enough time off of work.
I know. That's the thing. Like right now I'm on vacation because when I went back to full time, they're like, "Oh, you got 130 hours of vacation to use before the end of the year."
Oh my gosh.
Okay, taking 2 weeks off. Okay, thank you. So I'm
Hey.
currently on vacation this week and next week
Oh,
before I
nice.
go back. So yeah. Would I have liked to have been able to spend it traveling, going ghost hunting? But didn't work out that way. But I'm getting a lot of stuff done around the house, so it works.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, as long as you enjoy it and that's all that matters. Everybody needs some time off.
I'm off work and I don't have to go to that job. That's what matters the most. That's what matters the most for me right now. My husband's like, I cannot believe how happy you are right now. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't have to go to work. Like, he goes, God, he goes, why can't you have that when you come home from work? I'm like, because work drains me. Drains me so bad
Yeah,
that when I walk in, it's like RBF, and I'm like, ugh. Like, and he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm fine. Like, you're not fine. I'm fine. Like, just use chill over there. Let me chill over here, and we're good. Like, yeah, I've been in really good moods and really high spirits. And he's like, "Oh my gosh," he goes, "I can't believe the difference in you." I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh,
I could have this all the time if I didn't have to work that stupid job."
right. I wish I didn't have to work either.
But I have to have ghost hunt money. So,
Okay.
to have that ghost hunt money, I got to work. Sucks, sucks. But anyway,
Uh,
it has been a pleasure speaking with you, ma'am. We can do this again.
yes,
Um,
anytime. Thank you so
if
much.
you if you want to hone in on one particular location sometime, we can do that. I kind of honed in on one this time without trying, but um, if you want to do that, we can do that. Or if you just want to get together and talk different locations around the different areas, um, we can do that too. Like
Yeah.
I guess hit on some of those, but like maybe some of the listeners would maybe want to know what's like in Illinois or in Indiana or whatever, out on the East Coast, or like we can do that too.
Yeah, that would be a really fun episode, I think. So yeah, I'll definitely be in touch. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So a lot of my location of the days right now are Oklahoma. Like when
Hmm.
people post locations, I'm trying to like screenshot so I can go back and do them. Um, and then every once in a while, like I come across uh, a Texas Haunts page. So I was scrolling their page trying to get locations, and I came across an Oklahoma one, so I did their location. So I'm always trying to find different states. Sorry, my nose is running. Uh, I'm trying to get different states with different locations. That's why I'm like, hey guys, if you guys have a location, drop it here because I'm
Yeah.
trying to get different location shout outs, but I'm not getting very far off of those. So when I see a page, I go down a rabbit hole, like scrolling to find locations I haven't posted yet. And then I need to make a list of the ones that I have because I don't remember if I have or not. And then I'm like, oh, wait, did I already do that location? I might have. It's a lot. I should have done that when I started them. But, and then I did one the other day. I don't remember who it was, but hey, that page actually got on there and was like, oh my God, thank you so much for the shout out. Like, that's like, you're absolutely welcome. That is why I do location of the day because there might be people out there that don't know about a location. So let's get you notified and get you opportunities all over the place to be
Oh
able to
yeah.
go and investigate.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I love Facebook. I mean, I would have never met you guys or, you in general if I
Right.
didn't, so meeting people from all over the country has been awesome, even other countries. It's
Yeah.
really neat. And I enjoy your shout outs. I see them every now and again. Every once in a while I do actually go to your page to see if there's one that I haven't seen. So I enjoy them a
Yeah,
lot.
I do. I don't get the shout outs done as much as I used to. Um, just because I work full time. When I come home, I'm like, I don't really want to do much. You see, I have like two crafting storage units that's full of crafts that I don't even get to like I don't do as much as I did. I even got rid of one of my side businesses because I'm like, I just don't find the joy in it anymore. And so that stuff is sitting to the side, which I need to get rid of, sell and get rid of. But I'm just like I just have so much. And then when I come home, I'm like, I just don't want to do anything. Like
Right.
I just sit and watch TV or I scroll Facebook and I look for new locations or, whatever. I don't do as much as I used to, and I need to get back into doing that because I do love doing shout outs. I used to do some that were like under five shout outs to people under 500
Yeah.
followers, just because they need the ample opportunity to get out there, just like the higher ones. But
Hmm.
Facebook changed so much that sometimes when you go to put the at in there and go to type out their name, it still don't populate anyway.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's like I don't even know how to shout you guys out anymore unless I actually just go to your page and just share a post from your page, you
Right.
know.
Yeah,
But
it's really annoying that Facebook is. I mean, even restricting how many people you can tag, it's driving me crazy.
I know, and I think that's another reason why I stopped doing the shout outs is because of that. And so now when I come across it, I just send it, um, I just find their post, I share it, I'm like, go follow them or whatever. That's kind of like my shout outs that I do now. Um, So I got new keychains. They're the wrong color pink. I ordered the wrong color pink. I ordered the wrong color blue. Okay. It's all good because these are actually our team colors. You know that. You
Oh,
need to
those
give
are
me.
awesome.
You need to give me your address. You need to send me your address. Or
I'm
do
pretty
you
sure I
have?
just sent you some stickers, so my address should
Did
be
you?
coming to you. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So yes, here's the new blue. Here's the old blue. The old
Oh,
blue's a
okay.
little darker, not bad. But I wanted to switch it up and get some stuff of the other colors. Um, And then these are my pinks. So a little bit lighter,
Yeah.
a little bit darker. These actually say bougie the right way though, the BOOJIE. They're the fancy ones. I got crap for doing bougie the other way with a G
Uh,
instead of a, they're like, really? Like that's boogie. And I'm like,
oh,
no, bougie, like fancy way. So this time I made sure I changed it up so people couldn't, do that. I got some stickers today in the mail, so I'm pulling out a packet to send. And then as soon as I get your stickers, we'll get some packets. Um, we'll get some packets going
that would be awesome.
or
Um,
not. Yeah. I need to get some more. I need to go back to Incredible Ink Pens. Incredible Ink Pens is awesome. She does some awesome, fantastic work to
I've
do
seen
some.
her stickers that she posts, and they are really good.
They're good and they're cute. And like these are like, they're reflective. So they got like that glitter effect to them. The only reason why I haven't ordered more from her is because I have my own Cricut.
Oh, gee.
Like I have my own Cricut. It's sitting right over there. I can do my own. But I needed stickers to send out, so I wanted to promote small business. Um, I do like to promote, even though I can do things on my own, I still like to promote small businesses,
Right,
because they were in game, we're all in it for the same reason. Um,
right.
but I have a Cricut, I have a t-shirt press, I have a hat press, I have a um tumbler and coffee mug press. Like I got it all. I just got to be able to have the time to do it.
Oh, I hear you. I have a t-shirt press also, and I made a bunch of cups and stuff too, fairly recently. But
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
just
really get any sales from that, which is fine.
uh, yeah. So I'm confuzzled about that as well. Like um, I don't know. I guess I'm still gonna put, when I get to that point, I'm still gonna put merch. Like there's merch out there. I don't know. Maybe some people feel that it's trying to be monetized too much. When
I
you do
think there's
that.
a lot of them.
And I mean, for me, really, that's not it. And it's not that, like I said, I want to support people and I want to be able to have stuff. I mean, when I go to a location, I buy a t-shirt. So there's no reason why I can't buy t-shirts off of other team members and support them as well. Um,
Oh, I
you know,
agree. Absolutely.
and stuff like that. I just, at the moment, my money's been going elsewhere, Christmas, ghost hunts, and I just haven't been able to do a lot of that. But don't give up. I'm sure orders are still going to be coming and stuff like that. But I think it, I think a lot of times, like if you have a haunted location, it makes a big difference. But when we get people to understand, like, um, they want to help still support you and your business. Okay, hey, you guys still want to help support me? That is great. Love it. We'll show support back. We have merch, like drink coffee with your friends and use one of our mugs or, something like that. Like you can help support us in other ways than
Yeah.
just by that. And so maybe them thinking about it or understanding and looking at it that way, maybe they'll be like, oh, well, maybe, maybe I could go ahead and do that. Or, like even if you make your own stickers and you sell your stickers for, a buck a piece or whatever. Oh, well, we can do that. I mean, we all do sticker trades, but I mean, at the end of the day, stickers still cost money.
Oh, yeah, they
Um,
do.
and it still costs to ship it out and, this and that and the other. And it's just like, hey, and that's why when I do like the Facebook stars, I'm like, any money that we get paid for off of that goes towards investigations. Like it doesn't go for me. It doesn't go for anybody else. It goes towards our team as a whole. So we can use that money towards investigations. And it'll be the same way with t-shirts and stuff like that. Any merchandise. Hey, you guys will be helping us fund for future investigations. you know,
Absolutely.
help
Yep.
help support our future investigations. I don't know, maybe that'll be a thing that'll help make it work better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was my whole starting with that too. Is, anything I make would be towards investigating, not, you
And and sometimes I think some people think it's too much, but I think sometimes you have to be reminded every other day, you know, sometimes in the morning, so because people are on Facebook at all different sorts of times of the day. So, um, you know, post at 10 a.m. one day, 2 p.m. the next day, 8 p.m. the following day, like random times to catch everybody. Because if you post it in the morning every day, people may not see it because they don't get on till late at night and their feed has been flooded with 10,000 other things that they just don't see it. So sometimes you got to randomly post different things throughout the different times of day to know. The only thing that's stable on my page is everybody knows, well, most everybody should know that my location of the days drop at 6 p.m. Central every day. That's the only thing that is consistent on my page. The only thing. Other than that, sporadically, I might do a 2 o'clock drop, I might do a 10, I might do a 4, like I just because you just never know when
right,
people are on. I might do an 11 p.m. because people hop on later. You don't know what time it is in the UK, so people are always on different times of the day. So sometimes you just got to do it and put it out there repeatedly. So then they remember, or they're like, oh, I didn't know she had merch. Let's go look at it.
right.
So,
That's true.
so anyway, I told you I'm a babbling khaki lady, and I will
That's
keep
fun.
babbling. You need to go fix yourself dinner or whatever. I need to go figure out what we're doing for dinner.
Yeah, I
But
was running
anyway,
around looking for a charger a few minutes ago. That's why I was
I know, I
disappearing.
know. I saw you have the cord, and I'm like, her phone's dying. I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I legitimately though, my side business, I was on camera all the time, so I literally can talk for hours. Sometimes you got to be like, shut it, lady, like just shut up. And
No,
then
never.
I'm like, oh yeah, my bad, sorry. But anyway, thank you so much, Miss Tiffany.
Brenda.
I look forward to chatting with you again soon. We'll keep
Yes,
it short to an hour next time.
that's all right. I've had longer ones and shorter ones. It's what I like the way that it flows, so I just let it go.
All right. Sounds good. You have a great night and a safe weekend.
You too enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.